Here we demonstrate how to enter your license application into the License Applications repository. It is assumed you have already reviewed the previous instruction materials and know how to log in and navigate around your workbasket. Please take special care to ensure you have already reviewed online applications, important information before proceeding. This contains important information relating to maximum allowed file sizes, file formats, and other important things you need to know. Please also ensure you have read the licensing round guidance thoroughly, so you fully understand how to properly complete your application and the application process. To work on your applications, you need to have already logged in and be looking at your workbasket. If you are a UK Oil Portal user and are used to using the portal login page, that's fine, but please ensure you use the Begin Application hyperlink from the licensing round announcement page at least once to log in. This ensures you have the licensing round workbasket entries you need. Looking at the main list of workbasket items, at the top you will notice an entry for the licensing round. Note carefully the date and time the licensing round closes. This is the precise deadline, after which no further applications or application updates can be submitted. You should plan to ensure your application is completed and submitted well before this deadline, including the upload of supporting documents. Remember, file uploads vary in speed and can sometimes take a long time, depending on your network and internet demands at the time. We anticipate that as the deadline to the licensing round approaches, demands will increase, and therefore upload times will also increase. Don't leave yourself vulnerable to missing the deadline. Plan to prepare and submit your applications early, and if necessary use the free application update facility to include last-minute material before the deadline should you need to. To begin preparing your license application, on the right-hand side of the licensing round workbasket entry, click on the Create New Application action. This takes you to the Create a New Application page. Read the instructions at the top of the page carefully. Then input your reference and choose the license type you are applying for. The reference you choose here will be used when showing your application in your workbasket and should be recognizable by yourself and other proposed licensee parties. Remember, additional help is always available on the information icons. Note that when your application is formally submitted/paid for, the department's reference will additionally be assigned to the application, but this happens right at the end of the process. Now click on the Create button and you will be taken to your application data entry forms. Note the application context information is displayed at the top of the page, including your reference. If you will be working on multiple applications, you can quickly check the context information to ensure you are working on the correct application. The standard page navigation bar is displayed just above the context information and again at the bottom of the page. This has controls to move to the bottom and top of the current page, and also to move to the next and previous pages of your application. On the left-hand side of your application, you will notice a quick navigation menu. This takes you directly to the relevant sections of your application. As you move forward and back using next page and previous page, you are simply shifting between the sections shown on the left. Information is usually saved automatically as you navigate pages, but if you want to be sure, click Save Now on the page menu at the top. You can also click on Workbasket to return to your workbasket or click on Logout. When you return to the workbasket, you will notice your new application now has its own workbasket entry, identifiable by your reference. At any time, over a number of days or weeks, you can return to your application by clicking Resume from the workbasket and continue working on it up to the round close deadline. Whenever you first navigate to your application, you are taken to the Instructions section. Please read the instructions and proceed to the next section, either using Next Page or the navigation menu on the left. The next section is Contact Details. Read the instructions and complete the contact details. At the bottom of this page, you will notice that this application is shared with just yourself. We recommend you share this application with at least one other colleague, just in case you are ever unavailable. Simply click on Manage Application Sharing. Then click Add Person and enter your colleague's details. Click the Add Person button again. Your colleague's details will be added to the list. A warning indicator may be shown until your colleague completes the self-registration process, or if you have misspelt any of the details as entered by your colleague. Next, choose the permissions you want to give your colleague, here Application Editor/Controller. This allows your colleague to take over the application from their work basket, but they should check with you before doing so. Do not remove yourself as an application editor/controller. You and your colleague are both sharing this privilege. Now click on Save Context to share the application. The next section is Company/Blocks. In the proposed operator, if shown, click on Add Operator button to be taken to the Search Organization page. Search for the company you require using the facilities available. If you cannot find the company you are looking for first time, we recommend you try again with slightly different search criteria. The most effective way to search for a company is to search by company number. If you are still unable to find the company you are looking for, or if it is an overseas registration or an in-progress registration, click on the Create a New Company hyperlink at the end of the search results. To select a company returned on the results list, simply click on the hyperlink. When you select the company you require, you may be asked if the company is one of the proposed licenses. By responding yes, the company is added to the proposed licensee list below for your convenience. Fill in remaining proposed operator and proposed license administrator details in a similar way. In the proposed licenses, click on Add Licensee to add as many licenses as you require using the Search Organization page. Enter the initial equity interest that would be held by licenses, should the application be successful. And mark small to medium enterprises. Of course, equities must add up to 100%, and if there is only one licensee, they will have a 100% holding. Note it is the lead applicant's responsibility to communicate the application key to each licensee representative securely, so they can begin entering their company's financial details. You will notice the proposed licensee status starts out as a red cross icon. As the licensee company representatives provide their company information, this status will gradually change to success. The lead applicant should check this licensee status regularly and prompt partners providing financial information to ensure the application submission is not held up. In Block List, for each block you require, enter the block reference and click on Add Block, or use the Search Blocks button. The blocks selected will be displayed on the map. You can click on the map to zoom in. Further information about block permutations and coordinates can be entered in the comments and notes box at the bottom.